What's good, Bealy?
What's up?
How you doing, Chris?
Man, we are cold.
You're cold. We're cold. Yeah. January sucks, man. I can't wait for March.
Hey, I was out there pouring concrete at midnight.
I saw the video, man. I haven't poured any concrete in a few weeks. I'm retired till spring.
Day to pour concrete.
I mean, when do I do anything easy?
Yeah.
I used to work with a guy said if it wasn't a struggle, he didn't want to mess with it. So maybe that's like your motto. So hey, so real quick, I think I kind of sent you a few images and stuff, but me and Eric have got your kind of basic model of your pool that you've been designing and wanted to talk to Chris about it. I don't think Chris is really going to have any trouble with following this, but a lot of guys we consult don't dig things every day, and ICF pools are a little different. It's kind of a basement, kind of if you've dug any, Chris, I don't know if you've ever dug any vinyl liners or anything where you've got to like dig real accurate faceted hole. This is much easier than that, but it's a big crazy pool that he's doing. So Eric, if you want to pull up
no
this yeah, right. I know.
I've already been informed.
Okay.
Best part is it's going to be like 3 or 4 feet below the pond level, so there's going to be a water issue.
I'm going to let you guys figure that part out because it is right. Because I've been looking. Eric was looking at that. And I'm pretty sure that lower pool is going to have a grade that's lower than the pond, possibly. But yeah,
it's not possible. It is.
Okay. Okay.
All right. Good to know. We're not working off a survey.
Hey, the water's got to come from something, right?
Yeah, I'm just gonna tell you how deep to dig, and if it happens to be below the water table, you guys get to figure that one out.
Well, the water table is only like 16 inches right now, so guaranteed we're going below that.
Eric, if you want to pull up that model, we'll show you the finished product first, or at least post pour, and then we'll back it out and actually walk you through the thought process.
We'll start with the pool, and then we'll back ourselves up and start with the hole. So,
can you guys see that?
Yep.
Yeah.
So just kind of give you a little anatomy real quick. It's actually sort of 2 pools in one. The lower pool being the deep, so that bottom one's 10 feet deep. And then the upper one will be, they're both monolithically poured, but we're going to pour them, there's not that cold joint, there won't be any water standing against it. It's above the bottom pool and below the upper pool. He'll pour that other pool second, so there'll be some backfill in between. If you notice over on the left, beside those stairs, there's like what looks like a little cave. That's where we're probably going to try to put the equipment. And so there may be, you guys can sort of on site figure out the exact grade you want to dig that area. We'll kind of give you thoughts about headroom and stuff. Eric, if you want to back out.
Definitely going to be stand up under there because it's just, you don't have that much poke.
Yeah. So we'll probably do that the same. Yeah, we'll probably do it just like that picture. We'll have it where.
That'll give you almost like 5.5, 6 feet over your head because you don't have to put the gravel and the concrete in that's under the pool. So you'll have all that excess space there. Now, Chris, one thing about it is what we've done in the past when we have below grade equipment rooms is we'll dig a French drain, like a trench to put like a 4-inch pipe and just bed it in gravel from that
drain it out
to daylight. Because if somebody pops the lid on the cut or they just have a line freeze or something, that will drain that entire top pool into that room. And a 4-inch line will generally drain it as fast as it'll flow in, so it won't flood everything out. So that just as a safety while you're digging it, just open up a ditch there so he can bury a pipe day one. So this is kind of what the hole would do. And if we were digging it, we would probably dig the whole thing down to that top grade, then lay out the bottom pool where his cursor is and take it on down. And he'll email Jeff some pictures or an image. Basically, that's grade A, and then grade B is that second one down there, and then grade C, and we'll take that down from like where that little guy is standing as your benchmark wherever you guys decide that level is for a patio. And we'll give you how far down to dig, because you'll go about 20 to 22 inches below final grade of the pool floor. So you're gonna have about 10 inches of concrete, 10 inches of gravel, and most likely a couple inches of foam for a thermal break between. This is effectively what Jeff's gonna need from you. Now, as far as the over digs go, that's kind of as far as saving him money or you effort. I mean, your soil better than we do. as far as what's going to like
Be
fall
safe.
off and fall back in the
Yeah,
hole.
I guess my comment is between the top pool and the bottom pool, how far of a cut is that? Like 10 or 12 feet, 10 feet or so?
Yeah, it's going to be 10 feet, probably a little, almost close to 12 with the complete over dig.
So that needs to be, how much of an over dig will there be? Because he's going to have to, that wall needs to be as vertical as possible, right? To save
yeah, because you're going to have to fill that back in with gravel, something that's not going to settle, because obviously it's carrying a pool above it. So right there,
As
you know,
little as
what we normally
possible.
say is like, if you lay out the inside dimensions of the pool and then just dig that like with a 3-foot bucket from that line out, that's enough over dig for these pools. He needs enough room to be able to walk around it. It can be pretty narrow down there at the bottom because usually as you kind of
big, but that's going to be scary, you know.
Agree.
12 feet in the ground there between.
1,000% agree. So if you need to over dig that a little more, you got to kind of do what you've got to do there. He's not going to have any plumbing.
I mean, the basement we dug, like the deepest part in the basement, I think on his house we dug was like 8 or 9 feet, and it held up really well at a vertical slope.
Okay.
The rain, yeah.
But we are farther down the hill where we've added some dirt to the slope. But I think we're going to be back in original ground.
Yeah, because we definitely, yeah.
Okay. Well, so that's the first one, because on the sides it's not as important, except the one thing I'll show you, Jeff, so obviously we want to mono pour these shells. This first piece has a double layered bottom. We run into this feature with a lot of infinity edges where the pool will slope from 4 to 8 feet or something, but then the catch basin is all down there at the 8-foot depth. So I got to have a wall that's kind of breaking those two, but it's on 2 different contours on each side of the wall. So where his cursor is, Eric, you want to start building the first like three courses. So you'll put your mono legs on, you'll get your first course, second course, third course. Now you notice that notch on the top left corner there. That's where your monolithic slab is going to pour down into your wall. You'll see it better in a minute, but you need a bridge there to get over that gap. And the way we do that, so you can do this all at once, because a lot of guys that don't care about cold joints just say pour that 3 block and then you can backfill. But now you got a cold joint in the middle of your pool with a ton of water pressure, with 7 more feet of water, 6 more feet of water, whatever it is. So what we're going to tell you to do is take a piece of plywood and put it along those legs to where concrete can't spill under the wall of the pool. You see that plywood down there? And then just get the cheapest concrete. Like if they've got flowable fill at your concrete plant, or just some 2,000 or 2,500 PSI garbage, just pour it in that area. But you got to brace, and I'll go over it with you when you get there. You're going to use like
right here.
You're going to use some fab form bracing, right in here, and you're going to kicker the crap out of it, and you're just going to pour it real stiff, like 2 or 3 slump. You just want it in there to really plug that hole, so then you can put gravel over that and continue your forming. Because once that's done, now you can continue. This is exactly how my pool is at my house. I have 3 separate levels, and I just had a little concrete plug behind the wall. That's not really part of the pool. That's
this is gravel
shoring
again.
effect. So now you can go back to gravel foam, and now the fourth row becomes the actual shape, including your stairs. And it's you haven't poured any pool yet, so you'll work your way on up. I'm not going to bore you with the details today, but we'll have a detailed drawing of how to monolithically add the stairs into here. And then, you'll get to this point and pour this. And then you've kind of got that licked as far as the overdigs and stuff are concerned with. So another thing, Chris, is that where he's going to plug that concrete, if you can overdig that one little corner less, because if that is, he doesn't need to do any bracing on that outside on those bottom 3 rows right there.
Much less concrete he has to pour.
Yes.
So when you said dig with the do your outline of the pool, are you talking about your outer edge, go from that out edge and then over dig 3 feet, or is that too much?
No, yeah, that's too much. If in an ideal world you would start on the inside edge of the pool, which is like the actual dimension of the pool, so you're actually over digging about 2 feet past the wall, roughly.
Okay.
And
but
how
right
far
here,
does that footing, I guess, come out from the actual outside wall?
that's a foot.
What's that? Yep.
Okay, so
That's a foot
technically,
right
like you said, we're only going to be 2 feet wider than the outside edge of the pool then.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
this, so this gravel right here, we can also give you something like this. This is the gravel right here. So this
Okay.
bottom pad is 24 6 5/8 by 24 5/8. That's the gravel, which is already overdug a bit.
Okay,
The actual pool is a little smaller than
so those are my over dig dimensions.
at the bottom. Yeah.
Okay,
I mean,
that. And that would be
yeah.
that would be a little less overdig than we've shown in the model.
Okay,
Well, that's okay. If you start at 2 feet past the wall up at the top, obviously you're probably going to be narrower than that when you get to the bottom. As long as a lot of times I've got a foot down there to walk with, you know, when we're doing, especially on like vinyl liners and stuff that we're bracing on the inside.
Yeah.
I don't
we can
really
put
care,
plus
but
the split there is a 2 feet.
yeah. So once
And
he
we're
gets all
showing
this done,
2.
2 feet basically. Yeah. So
11:30 seconds. I expect that 11:30 seconds.
I'll get it there.
yeah,
So,
Eric's
okay,
gonna,
so we need to be pretty vertical between where it drops down, but the outer edge towards where his pond's going to be, you know, that's probably going to be, gosh, that could be 13, 14, 15 feet in the ground right there. How,
18.
so all that has to be backfilled with gravel. So when I over dig it, you know, say I need to pull the top edge back 5 feet to make it safe enough to be down in there. If it's, you know, 14 feet in the ground there with the, you know,
Sure.
figuring and slope and everything, how much has to be backfilled with gravel?
basically like 2 foot vertically, 1.5 feet vertically. We're all the PVC pipe is going to be in that 18 inches from the pool range. You're just going to have to if he's going to pour any concrete out there over it, you need to compact it proper, you know?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So if we, you know, if you need a 2 foot layer of gravel, but I have it pulled back 5 feet, we can put some gravel and put some dirt in there so that we're
Absolutely.
not wasting so much gravel.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
I think there'll be any concrete between the pool and the
You get
pond.
close to your buffer then if
We're going to
you're
be close to the buffer. Plus, I think we'll leave that natural area.
yeah.
The concrete will be to the left and the right.
Okay.
Yeah, right. And it's just make sure you treat your soil properly. Cause I mean, I deal with people all over the country and it's different everywhere. You know, we got real karst, we got rocky clay. I got a feeling we have somewhat similar. You may be a little bit sandier than we are. I'm not sure,
We're definitely
but
saying they got nice dark clay, their dirt is brown, like
No, we have orange, reddish gumbo.
we have that too. If you go down, if you go down more than a couple feet, we got that too.
You hear that?
Eric.
A couple feet.
Yeah, 2 inches. It's not an inch, half an inch.
Got a half inch left of topsoil in the Carolinas.
We can take it down the road with none.
We generally have more than that, but not. I know we get some guys that have amazingly good soil, and then I was out in Colorado last year, and it's just bentonite, and it'll just crush pools. Like they don't do anything but vinyl liners because it's so expansive, and I'd never been in anything like that. So no rocks, just this powdery, expansive clay. It's weird. Anyway, I mean, after we get to this point, Jeff, I'll walk you through the plumbing and everything else, and then the backfill is what we always do with the backfill is you want to compact the gravel till you do the pipe, and then you don't really want to after that because you can shear the pipes. And then you're gonna add this. Like I said, I mean, if you wanted to drop that little room at all, you could, but you'd want to, and you could even do that after you get to this point. So this is the gist of everything.
That area in the top pool, you know, we've let's just say we've undercut it all out 6 feet. It looks like there's a spot that's like 18 inches deep where the stairs are. What gets backfilled
dig
under
it, dig it all.
Better.
I've got okay.
You
No,
actually
he's talking about in
step
the pool.
down into the equipment room.
I'm talking about in the pool itself where it looks like
Oh, that's cool.
He's talking about the tanning ledge, Eric.
Oh yeah.
So I've got about 2 or 3 different methods, but you don't need to try to dig that.
Okay, we'll just put a load of gravel or whatever in there to
Yes,
fill that in.
I've got a way he can still get that where it's all concrete, exposed, but he can eat up some volume with some CMU block and gravel and stuff. So
That's right. I
we'll
saw
detail
that. Yeah, I saw that when I was out there at your place. Okay.
Yeah, we have one method we use when we're mono pouring and eco finishing. We have another method we use when we're doing vinyl liner. So we'll do that, and super easy. So yeah, man, that's the gist of it. It should be pretty pretty straightforward for you guys. I don't think. I mean, this isn't a 5-acre pond or nothing. It's a little technical, but not too bad.
2 hours.
Yeah.
Just bill me for
Now,
half
that
a
big
day.
new excavator ought to be able to do this pretty quick, you know. I would drag your feet a little bit since it's Beal, though. I mean, you gotta pay for it.
I don't plan on, he doesn't get started till about 9, and we got to take a break at 11:30 and get
I've
back.
been seeing his video. He got to feed the ducks. I know he's got all
Feed
kinds
the
of things
party.
going on over there.
We get pizza party down. I was just going to dig it with my tractor, but
There you go.
Don't do
after seeing this, I think I'm going to let Chris dig it.
Yeah, I think I will. Digging that thing with anything other than a pretty good sized excavator would suck.
It won't even reach down far enough.
Have to build a ramp.
I'd have to have a little ramp and come down there in the bottom area.
And anything you guys run into during the dig, you can just yell at us. I mean, me and Eric are both available, obviously.
Man, appreciate all the work. Thanks, Eric.
See you
Yeah,
guys.
thanks, Chris. Nice to meet you.
That looks awesome. So
Yeah, I'll get you the block count.
A copy of that over there, so we got measurements and everything.
We'll send you everything, bub. Thank you.
Google Drive link. I'll share it.
all right.
See you guys.